Hey guys, Gabriel here. Welcome to episode 9 of FBT, the series where your favorite YouTubers feature their favorite piece of tech. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi guys, how are you? My name is Michael and I have a Latin American tech channel. I would like to say that my favorite piece of technology is a CPU, GPU, or I don't know, a monitor. But no, my favorite piece of technology is a vacuum cleaner. I'm always very busy and I don't have time to clean my house, so this vacuum takes care of all the work for me. Even you can set it up to have a cleaning schedule. For example, in my house the vacuum cleans on Monday, on Wednesday and on Saturday. You can see the cleaning path on your cell phone and even use the app as a remote control. So now you know if you want to save time, you need a vacuum cleaner. I think I am very old now, but it's good. I like it.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Rick with TechSpin, and we love to check and review the latest PC and tech stuff. A big shout out to FuryPixel for having us on, and why don't you show Anders a little love with a quick like and subscribe. So today we are talking about our favorite pieces of tech, and mine is something small but useful, and it's for the Nintendo Switch. If you're holding the Switch console in hand, the positioning of the analog stick and buttons feels correct. But if you're doing a two-player game like Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario Kart 19, or Smash Bros. Ultimate, the sideways control isn't the best. Finty have come to the rescue with an ergonomic, wear-resistant controller handle. You can insert the Joy-Cons and immediately have an improved gaming experience. For Chinese New Year's, I brought my Switch to the girlfriend's aunt's house, and I hosted 4-player kart and Smash battles for the kids. The first thing I noticed was that for really young players, the default Joy-Con top left and right buttons are super difficult to press, the kids having to look and see where the button is. We also tried a lock-in type of grip, but with identical sized shoulder buttons and smaller overall size, the Finty quickly became the kids' favorite. Inside the top and bottom of the cutout, the foam inserts grab the Joy-Cons well, and the handles feel very similar to a PlayStation 3 controller. It's narrower by a centimeter, but has similar grip feeling, similar size for shoulder buttons, and it's just slightly less deep. The thumb placement means you have to reach a bit for the Joy-Con's misplaced analog or right thumb buttons, but overall it's much more stable in hand. Some other types require you to match the grip with the left or right Joy-Con, whereas this one, either one fits and works. With the Finty grips, we found it was easy to slap in the Joy-Cons and just go, immediately getting a better feeling of control when you need it, which I personally find essential in Smash Bros. Plus, the large spring-loaded shoulder buttons are easy for 3 and 4-year-olds to press, so they can eventually learn to master that slide and boost in Mario Kart. For you old-school gamers, they kind of feel like Super Nintendo shoulder buttons, but with the extra angle plastic, they fill the finger gap more, feeling meatier and holding your fingers on them better, which adds stability. Anyways, these go for $10 for a set of 2 on Amazon, and using all 3 types over a 6-hour gaming marathon, there was no question at the end. We immediately purchased another set of Finties. So these are great for on the go, or you could use a Pro Controller, though if you don't have a Pro Controller but use your dock a lot, that's another video. By the way, which controller are you using for your Switch? Let Anders know in the comments. At TechSpin, we're into the latest computer parts, peripherals, and other tech stuff, so if you're into that too, check us out at the links below. Thank you FuryPixel for having us on, and we'll see you on the next.
Hello FuryPixel fans, I'm Ed Corsa from Retro y Digital, a channel that is dedicated to everything retro, and as you can tell, in the background I have many old consoles, and that's something we're gonna talk about today. So, since the beginning I have been a great handheld fan, we could say, and one of my favorite pieces of tech from back in the day was the Game Boy Advance SP. What? A Game Boy? In 2019? Yeah, it's one little device I can still use sometimes just for the pleasure of using it. Why? Well, it's a handheld device that is very comfortable, and well, this version is the first backlit Game Boy ever, so that's why it got so important for history. So what is this little device? It can play games from the original Game Boy Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, and also its own games developed for Game Boy Advance. Remember that this is a 32-bit console, and, well, not console, but handheld. And what I can tell you about this thing is that I have had countless hours of entertainment with it. And since it's portable, well, its little size, you can just put it to a pocket or something and bring it for, I don't know, like a small trip. And yes, I know that today you can emulate all of these games on your smartphone, but there's nothing like having the physical buttons of the original console. So yes, despite the fact that I have sausage-like fingers and they're a little bit thick, yes, these little buttons can get tricky, but they're still a lot better than having just a touchscreen for emulating physical buttons. So yeah, certain games like, for example, playing Mario Kart are a lot better with the original controls. So that's why I still keep this old guy around, because it's so much fun just to have some, I don't know, to play a couple on Mario Kart or do some other games from the big library that I own. So yeah, this is something I would recommend you to pick up, even an original Game Boy Advance, but this one is so much better just because you have the backlit screen. Back in the day, this little guy was the king of the hill with games like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, or even having some remakes from the Super SNES, like Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, or Super Mario Advance 3 or 4, I don't remember the name it had on this console because the subtitles got crazy when the remakes were made for this thing. Even some Donkey Kong Country games were remade for this platform. Brightness and stuff like this went a little bit crazy, and also the aspect ratio of the screen was a little bit different from the one from the Super SNES, but still it's a great handheld that has, I cannot say it has withstand the pass of time, but still fun to play sometimes. And well, if you have one somewhere, well, take it for a play from time to time, because these things, they're gonna die at some point, as all electronics do, and it's always better to have fun with them, even if it's just for the sake of it. So well, this Game Boy Advance SP, it's my favorite piece of tech, and I will see you guys next time on Fury Pixel. Thank you very much.
And that's all for this episode of Favorite Piece of Tech. Let us know what's yours in the comments below. And thanks to all the great YouTubers who were part of this video. We will leave their YouTube channel in the description below. If you liked the video, don't forget to give that thumbs up, share and subscribe, and smash that notification bell, on that way you won't miss any of our future videos and content. And if you want to support the channel, you can always take a look to our Patreon page, where you can get access to exclusive media and more. This is Gabriel here, and I see you around.